The time is 11 o'clock, and it's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this Friday night, February 3rd, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins here. The time is 11 o'clock, and it's late Friday night, February 3rd, 2017, and the New York News Headlines here. Top story of the 11th hour on this Friday night is Court temporary bucks Trump's travel ban. After every major financial crisis over the past century, policymakers and executive and legislature branches of the United States government have passed sweeping legislation to overhaul the way the banks do business. U.S. imposes new sanctions to run over missile tests. Affordable Care Act stands up tip amid uncertainty and Trump attacks. Vincent Vale, nominee for Army Secretary, drops out. U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis on Saturday reaffirmed Washington's commitment to defend Japan and a group of disputed islands which have been claimed by China. French authorities have opened a terror investigation of a soldier shot a man wielding a machete near the Louvre Museum in Paris. At the Malta Summit, surrounded by a deep blue sea where thousands of refugees die each year, European leaders focus on the development of elect Americans president. Norwegian expatriate stopped at Dallas Airport of a random visit. U.S. visa holders from the 7 countries Trump has banned will not be able to leave and come back. There's not a lot of funding about President Trump's strange choice of executive order temporary ban in England to refugees from 7 majority Muslim countries. Since the days of George Washington, U.S. presidents have been issuing executive orders that do not require assent of Congress. Donald Trump just signed an order that could roll back a real incentive to protect Main Street's retirement money. President Trump responded to the failed attack in Paris with a three-minute statement. Europe's not amused. The Bowling Green massacre that Kellyanne Conway lamented had never happened, but it had triggered a Trump-Clinton battle. Adversaries that Betsy DeVos are amended in a furious last-minute bid to sink her nomination as Education Secretary with Texas included the tiebreaker telephone and Alaska flood of emails to the U.S. Iraqi speeches after 7-year wait to get in the U.S. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner have said they help support LGBT rights rollback. Suicide Texan trial, a Plainville woman further delayed. Southeast invoked school will have later start date after Super Bowl. Women admits to driving drunk in the adverse sandwich shop crash. Plainwood Park Casino plans $9 million update over 5 years. The town's labor council in North Carolina is under fire after Selectman received 2 open meeting law complaints while on public discussion from a police sergeant David Gold before he was fired. Snapchat young users are the ones with the greatest asset and one of its biggest risks. Defense giant Lockheed Martin has agreed to sell 90 new F-35 fighter jets to the U.S. Defense Department at $8.5 billion in the deal amounts to more than $700 million in savings. Over the last batch of aircraft delivered, the latest miracle in 34th Street Macy could wind up being a sailing company itself. Macy's stock soared 10% Friday after the Wall Street Journal reported that Hudson's Bay, the Toronto and New York-based parent company of Lord & Tail and Saks Fifth Avenue could be the owner of Macy's. As we enter the beginning of tax season, millions of Americans are eager to learn what tax season owes them. For many Americans, tax season officially their Christmas and big refund that they were anticipating. Alright, stocks now. Back to the 20,000 mark again, up 26.55 points at 20,071.46. SP 5 up 6.57 points at 2,297.42. And NASDAQ up 3.57 points at 5,666.77. A few months from now, dozens of scientists will leave their labs and take the streets to rally on behalf of public funded, open and communicated evidence-based research. 10 teams of researchers are pouring over data collected by the NASA twin study and experiment that say, a year, and space affected the health of the astronaut Scott Kelly compared to the health of his identical twin Marco the State on Earth. Mexico's health minister has confirmed the first case of Zika-related severe birth defect known as macula cell fee. The WHO calls for early cancer diagnosis. The company behind us. Public smoke is bound prevents a visual voluntary recall across 60 types of consumers complain of foreign metal objects in the cans of the product. Immigrant doctors provide better care, according to 1.2 million hospitalizations. Take a look at New England Insulators Report at 11:04 p.m. Active shooter situation at South Shore Plaza in Braintree. Multiple agencies on the scene. That's an ongoing investigation. We will update further. At this time, it does not look like it's random, and there's no report of civilian injury. Stay clear of the area. The mall is closed. Peter Children's time is now 11:04 on this late Friday night, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Let's start you off in the MBT. We're on the Subway system, the Green Line, C and E bridge up spiritual rental lays between Lynchman and Government Center to a signal department at North Station. Someone else about spiritual rental lays, the disabled bus and the commuter rail. Franklin train 7:30 is about it. First park is up at 20-30 minutes later to the South Station to early police activity at Norwood Central. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, Howard and Boway's first, starting off down in New York City, where London Expressway on eastbound side. It is stop and go from Midtown Tunnel all the way down to Grand Central Parkway in Queens. London Expressway, westbound side, bottom of Midtown Tunnel. East Side Highway and the northbound side is backed up from Midtown Tunnel and the Queensboro Bridge. West Side Highway and the northbound side, but the upper Midtown line, Route 95. Flagstaff Bridge on the northbound side is backed up Route 95 and Belt Parkway westbound side is backed up in East New York. Out in Connecticut. How was the Bowies of Connecticut out? Looking good, and so is Rhode Island. How was out? Looking good. 391 on the northbound side, backed up New York. Central Massachusetts Highways out. Looking good. Mass Parkway westbound side is backed up from South Boston and the Elson Brant Toll Service Expressway in both ends of back down to Dorchester. And now was in Bowies, Belmont, North Germany out. Looking good and now with Interstate 87 southbound side, backed up Champlain Route, Route 11. The latest on the traffic situation around the South Shore Plaza and Braintree here. It's smooth sailing there, except a little slow around the common street around the South Shore Mall area. Peter Children's time, 11:06 p.m. on this Friday night, and it's time now for a weather report here. And it turned out to be a decent day, but it was a little chill in the air here. Typical February chill in the air here. Alright. Our current conditions here at 11th hour on this Friday night here not near 26 degrees. Our temperature dew point is a dry at a 9 near 9 degrees the dew point, 48% humidity, and ground pressure 30.06 inches. Alright, looking at 11 o'clock readings around the region. 28 in Boston, 27 in Beverly and Gloucester, pair of 25s, and in Bedford and Fitchburg, 19 in Worcester, 20 in Taunton and Melbourne, 28 out in Plymouth, 30 in New Bedford, it's 30 in Provincetown, 30 in Chatham, 28 in Falmouth, it's 30 in Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket, it's 25 in Providence, 28 out in Quonset, 30 out in Lock On, 31 in Newport, 32 in Montauk, 20 in Islip, New York City, 20 in Bridgeport, in New Haven, it's 25 in Denver, 27 in Waterbury, 20 in Meriden, pair of 25 in Harvard and Winslow, it's 21 in Springfield and Orange, Massachusetts, 19 in Northampton, 16 in Pittsfield, Mass, 21 in Albany and Silver Springs, 19 in Bennington and Bremer and Rutland, Vermont, 21 degrees in Lebanon and Keene, Hampshire, 19 in Jefferson, Hampshire, 25 in Nashville, Portsmouth, Hampshire, 21 in Portsmouth, Maine, 23 in Manchester and Concord, Hampshire, and 16 degrees out in Laconia, New Hampshire. And we got a 25-degree temperature reading here in Foxborough here. Alright, looking at the surface map around the country, it shows a ridge of high pressure around the intermountain region of Utah and Arizona. A stationary front stretching off the Oregon coast and a warm front from Oregon down around Idaho and the Yellowstone Valley of Wyoming, and a stationary front from the Central Rockies down to New Mexico and stretching off the Texas Gulf, with a cold front from the Gulf of Mexico stretching with a merging stationary front from northern Florida and cold front off the Atlantic coast. A warm front from northern Great Lakes stretching in the eastern Ontario and Quebec and around northern Maine, and with a low pressure and a front of around northern Maine, high pressure ridge up in northern Missouri, and one front of me from Alberta down around Missouri, around Montana to northern Wyoming, and a front of me from Montana to northern Idaho, and a front of me down the Sierra Nevadas of California and Nevada, and a front of me with a high pressure off the Baja California coast. 16 degrees out in Detroit, it's 21 in Pittsburgh, 32 in Washington, D.C., 38 in Atlanta, 73 out in Miami, Florida, it's 69 in Brownsville, Texas, 48 in Dallas, Texas, it's 21 in Kansas City, 25 on Nebraska, it's 19 degrees out in Chicago, 20 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 13 in Great Falls, Montana, it's 30 in Seattle, 57 in San Francisco, 60 in Los Angeles and Phoenix, 62 in Las Vegas, it's 45 in Salt Lake City, 23 out in Denver, and 48 degrees out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here. radar and satellite photo, and it shows around the region some clouds covering much of eastern Massachusetts and Connecticut around Rhode Island, and clouds covering from western New Hampshire and Vermont and upstate New York. Spotty rain showers, Little Falls, New York, and some spotty snow showers around East Ham, around Chatham, and stretch around. And then taking in some spotty snow showers off the southern tip of Massachusetts, stretching all the way off the eastern shore of Long Island. Some spotty snow showers went setting down, stretch around Mount Olive, New Jersey, and east of East Stroudsburg in Pennsylvania. And some spotty snow showers off the New Hampshire coast. And some spotty snow showers stretching from northern Vermont and southern Quebec, stretching in upstate and central portions of New York City and western portions of New York. And patchy clouds coming from Kansas down to Oklahoma and coming much to Texas and Mexico. And clouds and snow coming from the Northern Rockies from Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, stretching from the southern British Columbia down to Alberta down to Saskatchewan. Some clouds coming from Washington and Oregon, and some rain showers from Washington and Oregon coast down around California, and some snow and sleet from the Sierras of Cascades of Oregon and Washington State, and some snow showers around the Cascades of Sierras around Lake Tahoe, and rain showers off the Carolinas, and some spotty snow showers from Ontario, Switzerland, and UP of Michigan. Okay. Nothing ruining the hazardous weather outlook here. Alright, take a look at forecast discussion. Dry and seasonally cold weather continues past Monday, other than a risk of a brief passing rain and snow shower. Sunday, a approach storm will bring a period of accumulating snow Tuesday, which will likely change the rain later this Tuesday and Wednesday with some extra ice possible. Windy and colder weather falls beyond the storm for Thursday and Friday. No major changes to golden forecast. Lots of high clouds overhead this evening with some areas of low clouds. Expected increase in clouds overnight. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, mostly clouds and mostly clouds about 15 degrees. Northwest about 8 miles an hour for Saturday, mostly clouds about 32 degrees. West about 8 to 11 miles an hour, 28 miles an hour for Saturday. Podcast about 18 degrees. Southwest about 3 to 5 miles an hour for Sunday, mostly cloudy. Podcast about 40 about 20 degrees. Wind southwest about 5 to 11 miles gusts of 26 miles. Shifting west about 6 to 8 miles an hour for Monday, mostly clouds about 37 degrees. Monday night, a chance of snow after 1 a.m. Most of the clouds going to have low about 23 degrees and anticipation 40% for Tuesday. Snow and freeze rain likely before noon, then rain possible mixed with snow between noon and 5 p.m. Then rain possible mixed with snow and sleet after 5 p.m. minus 30 degrees and anticipation 80% for Tuesday night. Rain possibly mixed with sleet becoming all rain up to 7 p.m. Low and 34 degrees. Anticipation is 80% for Thursday. For Wednesday, rain likely maybe before 2 p.m. Clouds got about 31 about 28 degrees. Anticipation is 45% for Thursday. Both sunny podcast about 35 about 18 degrees, and for Friday, Saturday got about 30 degrees. Here's weather phrase of the night. A decent weekend in town. Sun and cool, but not as bad. That's great for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this Friday night, February 3rd, 2017. I'm pretty sure you'll be good night with a good positive. Do not see you tomorrow morning. More important, I hope you all have a good night.